how did you get involved in this? Was it that your group of friends got involved? Did anyone, like, I'm wondering about how all this got organized here. Was it just that you all were, everybody was talking, and then the folks came into town, and so you joined with them? Because there wasn't any NAACP organizing this at that time, because there wasn't a local chapter. So how is this? This is very grassroots, and
Right.
so how's it getting going? Like, how did you get involved?
This is really the way it started. We formulated, or tried to formulate, a voters registration drive to get people to go up to the courthouse to register to vote.
Okay.
And we had gotten people from the Ebenezer Blackjack community, and then
Oh,
they
yeah.
would meet.
Okay.
And we would meet
Yeah.
right there at Dr. Connor's office in Joe Leonard's drugstore.
Yeah.
That's where we would
All
meet
right.
at. Right there. So this is how this really got started. And it grew,
Yeah.
and it grew, and it grew on.
Right.
And when it grew, it got to Jackson.
Uh-huh.
And when it got to Jackson, it just spread right in there. This is when people began to come.
Right. Right.
This is when.
So it was just like word of mouth.
Right.
People saying, "We're getting this together. Why don't you join us?" And
We're tied. We want to register. We ought to be registered. We're registered voter, or we're not registered voter, but we pay taxes and we ought to be
right.
registered.
And we
voters.
should right.
And
You're
this is
entitled to vote.
and this is where the older people, because I know my mother, she wasn't for it either. She really wasn't. She really wasn't. But they was afraid.
Yeah. Yeah.
They was afraid, and they was afraid for their children.
Yeah.
You know.
And so did she warn you against doing
Oh
some of
yes,
this?
yes. And especially when I brought this white boy home.
Oh yeah, I'm
Oh
sure.
Lord.
Right. 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 Isn't that funny?
Ooh, when I brought Steve home with me, ooh. My eyes just got that big. She did. She did. But she finally calmed down.
Yeah. And you were okay.
And she began to love him just like I.
Oh, well, isn't that
She
great?
did.
And he lived with your family?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
sure
that's
did.
neat.
Sure did. He lived with us until he got ready to leave. Sure did, man. I began to love that fella. I did.
Do you know what happened to him after?
I don't know what happened to
He
him.
went back to California.
He just went back to California, and then I didn't hear from him. I wrote him. I didn't hear back from him because I had his address. I would write it, but I never would get any. I never did get any response from him.
That's interesting.
Never did. Never did get any response from
Well,
Steve.
that's too bad.